Well, look who is here. Sisney, Tanya, Kelly Ripa joining us this morning. Good to see my family together, my two families.
A trifecta of women.
Right?
That's right.
I just glean and glean all day long.
Takes all three of us to pin you down.
We were talking this week, Kelly and I were talking this week about the divorce rate and people who get divorced early in their marriage. Because you know that
Why were you guys talking?
Wait, hold on. Let me explain. You two like to give advice, and Kelly likes to share advice as well to our audience, and sometimes to me too. But you were saying that it's very likely that new couples might get divorced in the first 2 years based on a study.
Yes, and I would deduce that down to the first year. I found the first year.
What is it about the first year?
It's you both feel. At least we felt like we had made a horrible mistake.
Oh, no.
But that must have been a good omen because it's worked out for so long.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you just give yourself a breath and take it easy on each other, we had very specific ways we had always done things in our individual lives.
That's true.
Yeah, right? And so when you blend your two habits, oftentimes they are not compatible. And so, it's all about compromise and compromise and secretly thinking the other person, didn't get the good deal you got. Like as long as you feel like you got
the good deal,
yeah, as long
then you'll
as
compromise.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I don't think I've ever asked you this. Would you advocate that your kids live with someone before they marry them?
Probably. I mean, I don't really know because I tease, but not really. They would have to go on a second date first before we get to that point. But I would say probably that's where you really get to know a person.
Yeah.
Although if my in-laws or my parents are listening, absolutely not.
No, of course not. No,
Yeah.
my mom's listening. Of course not.
Yeah.
But I think that people change when they live under the same roof.
Yes, you
Right.
really get to know a person's habits and you get to know who they are more fundamentally than when they're like pretending that they never go to the bathroom.
Right. Well, for me in past relationships, that's taken like 7 years to get comfortable
my
with.
gosh.
Now I rush right into it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
for
because
you.
I'm getting old.
Time's a wasted. Yeah, you can't hold it the way you used to.
Sisney and Tanya can't believe I have to pee in the middle of the night. They can't get over the fact that I have to get up in the middle of the night.
Well, you girls are still young. Pretty soon you'll have to get up in the middle of the night too.
That's what
That's
I
what he
said.
told us too as he was waving his reading glasses at us. He's like, you just wait.
Just wait.
you guys.
Just
speaking
wait.
of my glasses, so Kelly has got a new primetime show, Generation Gap, premiering tonight, 9/8 Central on ABC. I got to be on it. I screwed it up. We'll get to that in a second. But it is a lot of fun with these families.
It is a lot of fun. And I have to say, because we are so codependent, I couldn't possibly do a primetime show without involving Ryan Seacrest. And at one point, I just left the stage and let you take over, which is my sweet spot. I'm like, you know what? They just served crafty, so I'll be back in a minute.
But there's a portion in the show that's, I'm sure, not in it now, but where I was reading the card and I was so nervous because everything we do, we kind of don't really have to pay attention to. And on this, I was so nervous I was going to screw it up. And I read the question and the answer, I think, right?
He gave away the answer.
Yeah, I read the
and
answer. And then it was panic on the set.
What's so funny is when we're dealing with a generation, so it's a grandparent and a grandchild. Usually,
It's a great
sometimes it's a great aunt
Right.
and a great nephew, but usually it's a grandparent and a grandchild. We ask them questions that the other generation will know, but they probably won't know about each other's generations. And Ryan was our secret celebrity. You were the one. Usually, it's a celebrity that one generation will know over the other. With Ryan was unique because we knew both generations would know Ryan, so we had to hide him completely. And even by his voice, when he came out, they immediately knew who he was. But we still had to drag him through the game because there was money at stake. But he had one thing to say, which
It was tragic.
he screwed it up.
I screwed it up.
And the lawyers went
my
into
gosh.
lawyer mode.
no.
Because I read the statement or the question and the answer in the same voice, right?
He literally, I'm going to give it away
Give it away.
because it's not no longer in the show. All he had to say was, "This is American blank." And he said, and I quote, "This is American Idol."
well,
And
yeah.
I said, because I knew already the horror of the lawyers. Once the lawyers come out, everything shuts down for 45
It's a game show,
my
so they're very specific.
gosh.
Right.
What's fun about this show is that it does include families. Kids can watch it. Moms, dads, grandparents. Everybody's involved.
It's a
right?
very much a family affair between the Kimmels, the Ripas, and the Seacrests now. But my favorite part is the end of the show. You know, there's two teams playing for money. One team wins the money, of course, and at the end of the show, after they've already won the money, so it's like it can seem mean, but for the fact they've already won the money.
Right.
We bring out the family toddler to pick the bonus prize. And it's
my
always
gosh.
like some luxurious, like fancy car or a tricycle with Minnie Mouse on it. And then we let the toddler pick. We're like, it's up to you, whatever
Does
you
the
want.
toddler ever pick the trip?
I can't really
We can't
divulge
reveal.
that, but toddlers
love
usually pick as toddlers tend
toddlers
to
do.
pick.
Yep.
Well, it's great tonight. You can see it, Generation Gap, 9/8 Central. That's on ABC. Kelly Ripa hosting that. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for having me on. I'm glad I screwed it up for you.
I mean, I really don't think you had a choice but to have me on, and I wouldn't ever. It's like actually in my contract that you're there in any show I'm a part of.
I'm happy to be.
Yeah.